So I have on the screen here, I'm showing two different questions that my viewer wants to know. She wants to know what are his intentions towards her idea of a future successful relationship. And she also wants to know what is holding him back. So I'm going to go ahead and pull cards as I'm shown as I go. I don't adhere to any textbook guidelines or traditional guidelines as far as how I do my readings. My connection is pure and my techniques are my own. So there are no rules with me in my readings. It's not even the cards or anything. It's my connection that is doing the work. So, okay. Okay. And then from the Phantasmagoric Theater Tarot. Okay. What are his intentions? I'm going to set these over here and set them aside for the second question. Current question is, what are his intentions towards my idea of a future successful relationship? We have the Page of Swords, which for me right now is saying there's things on his mind that he's not yet willing to speak. That's why his lips are closed. The High Priestess on the left and the Chariot on the right, with two major kanas out of three. A lot of it I'm feeling like is more to do with how his life is moving. Let me see what we have here. We have flow and we have uncertain. So what it is I feel that he is raising his own inner knowing, his inner connection. He's starting to receive more understanding. I also feel that he's got his mind more on his money right now, if that makes sense. But also, there are some things that he's not certain of. What he does know is that his life is in motion. He is in the middle of a process right now where he really wants to move forward. He's not sure of where he's going. How can I bring in someone where there's so much at risk and I'm not even quite sure of which way my flow is going? I feel like he just feels like there's a lot of things he doesn't yet understand. And so rather than running forward into a wreck, he's allowing himself to see how things are turning out. He's waiting to see some outcome right now. And I think it's kind of like eating at him, because I feel like he's very indecisive right now. And he's really trying to understand which way his life is going to take him forward. And I also feel like he's afraid to speak certain things that he's just not ready, because he's not certain how things are going to turn out if he makes certain gestures or says certain things or begins a certain path in regards to this. So what are his intentions right now? I would say he wants to move forward, but he has his own uncertainties and feels like there is more for him to know still. And what is it in regards to that he's still wanting to know? In regards to himself and how this turns out for him, he is not yet certain. He's still thinking on it and researching, investigating, testing the waters, trying things out, playing with the ideas. So there's that. Now, let me put these here. And the other cards we pulled, the question is, what is holding him back? So let's see what we got. The Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Sun. And then we have respect and obligation. So again, here we have somebody who, the Knight of Swords, he generally wants to move forward really quickly. But in this case, he is also carrying forth his obligations, his duties, there are certain, I feel like there's certain authorities and respect in his mind that he needs to maintain. Also, he's dealing with some negative thought patterns that are holding him back. He is focused on how he's going to move forward. And how he's going to move forward in a way that allows him to keep his commitments and obligations and his sense of duty. And also in a way which respect is maintained, because respect is of very high importance to him. And so with external influences, disrespect is very deeply involved. I know we had discussed before how there were some concerns in regards to other family members. And so very much so, I feel like he's like, I have this new opportunity here to move forward to something. Do I gamble on it or do I not? And so what holds him back is the negative thoughts that he continues to entertain, because the truth is, and he's probably, honestly, if he's dealing with these types of negative thoughts, it's best that he hold back and not take action until he's dealt with these negative thoughts. He's creating negative scenarios in his own mind that if he moves forward at this time, while he's entertaining those thoughts, he will encounter situations that match that feeling. And therefore, it will be a disrespect involved, a lack of being able to meet obligations, lack of keeping one's own commitments for himself. And so he's being held back because he can't see the positive outcome right now. And he's focused on patterns that he has known in the past, like how these things usually turn out. That's what he's focused on right now. So real quick, before I end this video for you, my dear, I just really want to see quickly now, because that was all about him. And you've got this reading from me. And so, Love Source God, what is the message? What is the best course of action for my dear Virgo viewer? She's been very faithful with me watching my videos, and she's been supporting my spiritual work for a while now. And I really want to give her some advice from Love Source God in regards to love and romance. What is her best course of action for herself? Because we all have an obligation and a duty to ourself. Our only responsibility is to ourself, to do what is best for us. And so what is best for her in regards to this situation? Whether the information is what she wants to hear or not is not of concern for me, is no concern for me. What is a concern to me is what the information is that she really needs to hear. So thank you, Love Source God. Here we go. Now that I done programmed these cards up with all that, I'm going to give you that one and that one. So you need to make a decision if you want to move forward out of negativity. Because there is a physical partner available to you. You won't be able to see it until you get in greater control of your own emotional circumstances, so that you can be able to physically manifest this partner. The partner that is available for you, Love Source God is saying there is a King of Coins available for you. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And this, what you've gone through right now, is for your growth. Okay, a decision, the lack of making a decision at this point of, do you really feel like you should stay in a position, in a situation with somebody who is so hesitant and resistant towards moving forward with you? If you are, that would be a compromise for you. It's dividing your physical from your spiritual to continue on that path. If you move on and move away from this difficulty, what the message is here for you is that you'll be looking at the love rather than the dividing. Oh, look at that. Her eye is open. She can see in this direction. Over here ain't nothing but a question mark. So you're going to keep getting questions and questions and questions as you go back to this same thing where somebody is so indecisive. So what Love Source is saying for you is, if you grow and learn from the compromises that you had, you can begin building blocks with your intentions, your mind power to move you forward to a better place. And this King of Coins will manifest for you. And what you'll be looking at is pure love that opens the door, opens the gateway, the portal into the creation of anything you've ever wanted. The dark times were all so dark so that you could see the brightness of the light and find that love is the key from all the darkness that will get you through to the light. And again, building blocks towards moving into a better, more stable direction for you. It doesn't mean that your feelings for this person are not true. It seems to me to be a very karmic relationship. And with the 6 and the 2 equals 8. 8 is the number of karma. And so it seems to me that it's a very karmic relationship. Love Source God says, once you've grown from that relationship all that you can, you'll be ready to make a decision to move on, knowing that you only have better coming. Every time you decide that a situation with another person is done for you, Love Source will refine that which you're going to receive in the future, because you have refined that which you are willing to accept. So thank you very much for watching this tarot reading, and I look forward to helping you next time. Love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until then.